from what I've learned in this episode, Chocho can give some really bad advice as well as good advice sometimes, and Boruto is a bad artist. Now let's start with the beginning. Now Boruto is trying to explain to Shikadai that he can see the shadow, and we don't really need this information because he already knows that Boruto can see the shadow. Now he is investigating something about his eye the next episode, and then we get a shot of the girls coming in and they are just talking about Boruto like always, and you know there is someone who is following them, and it is bitch ass Magire. This guy is the biggest bitch ass nigga I have ever seen in my entire life. So he is following and he's talking, and obviously at the start Chocho thinks that it is her because you know she has that confidence and she thinks that just because she wants a man that means that all these guys want her back. But yeah, I'm sure people are going to be roasting her in the comment section down below. Anyways, Chocho thinks it's her, and they catch Magire, right, because he has been stalking, and apparently he likes the class rep. And if you have been following my channel, then you will know that this is actually a guy and not a girl, and you would also know the name of Magire. So obviously this guy is creepy, and he gets caught in the act, and they ask him, why are you following us? And this guy's like, I'm just trying to get some pussy. Like he's just horny, okay? So he wants Sumire, and Chocho actually thought that the guy was after her, but that was not the case. The guy was actually after Sumire, okay? And the thing is that Chocho then proceeds to give him the worst advice, okay? She tells this guy to go and confess her feelings. Nigga, that is not how it works. If that was the case, it's like me going up to a girl and just, you know, telling her I just want to fuck her straight. It's not gonna work. She is not gonna let me in. That is not how it works. Now, the sad thing is that there are some people out there who watch anime and actually think that this is, you know, that anime girls are realistic and the way they react to certain situations are realistic. It is not, okay? Even Japanese people, you know, have confirmed that what happens in anime is not what happens in real life. So let me tell you what is wrong with this scenario. Now, we have a complete stranger who is stalking someone. That's a first red flag to not let you in. And then you go up to the person and you get advice telling you to confess straight to her. Now, the thing about females are that when they are interested in you, there is something about you that they are interested in, whether it be your talent, whether it be your money, gold diggers, and then sometimes it can just be your personality, which is what they should normally go for. But then you have crusty ass Magire who just tries to move to Sumire, and then he says, go out with me. It's like, first of all, you are stalking her. Second of all, you are being creepy. That is what stalking pretty much is. And then you just come up to her and just say you want to go out with her, and you are expecting her to say yes. That don't make no fucking sense whatsoever. And the advice Chocho gave to Magire was completely terrible. Even though, you know, she gave us some good advice at the end, the start where she said, you know, just confess to her, it's just complete bullshit. It's like me going up to a girl and saying, yo girl, you know I want a piece of that, and then she goes, yay, fuck me. No, that is not how it fucking works, okay? That is horrible advice, very horrible advice. So obviously he gets rejected, and then he just proceeds to do his little bitch ass run that he always does, and you know, he runs away because he has been rejected, which is obvious since he's a fucking stalker. Now, the thing about Magire is that he was heading down the serial killer path, because serial killers start with an obsession, and the way this nigga was moving in this episode was really, you know, obsessive, and you know, they had to stop that. If it wasn't for Chocho, who corrected her mistake at the start of the episode, then I'm thinking this guy would have probably captured Sumire, which he was planning on doing. I don't know, like this guy cornered her, right? And then I think, what was he gonna do? What was he really gonna do? You know, and it might be, you know, deeper than you think it is. From my assessment, this nigga is suffering from heavy blue balls. Like, nigga, you ain't even a teenager yet. Your balls ain't supposed to be working like that yet. Like serial killers, they start with an obsession and then it slowly gets out of hand, or sometimes it can just escalate within a matter of seconds, like this guy. So he was definitely heading down the serial killer path. This motherfucker even says, I want to breathe the same air Sumire breathes. So it's like, nigga, he's trying to smell her breath. He basically wants to breathe in her breath, and that is really obsessive, okay? This nigga needs some psychological evaluation. On moving to the next scene, we see Chino teaching like he always does, and then he thinks people are pranking him because someone wrote something on the board, and then it says that whoever it is watching Sumire. Now obviously we know it is bitch ass Magire, and then Chocho starts getting aggravated because the guy is taking it a few steps too far basically. Remember when they said that this show is gonna be lighthearted? Yeah, no, this motherfucker actually wrote thousands of things on paper about Sumire, and then he actually, you know, distributed it for everyone to see. Now definitely I knew where this was going, because at the start of the episode we saw, you know, a little bit of conversation about Boruto's eye, and then I knew that the new is obviously going to attack Magiri because it is attracted to negative emotions, and apparently it has a motive. And then we have Mitsuki, who was also, you know, he cannot see the beast, but he is aware of its presence in a way, because we see that he's investigating at the end of the episode. But anyways, as we go on, the guy is possessed by the new, or the monster, or whatever the fuck it is, and then he traps Boruto, Shikadai, and the rest. And obviously he goes to do the same thing to Sarada, Chocho, and Sumire, right? This guy's plan was on point, okay? Whatever the beast is doing, it makes these people plan properly. So obviously they read all the notes that this nigga wrote. Sumire is obviously in shock because this motherfucker's creepy as hell. And then, like, even Boruto gets freaked out when he reads what is on these papers. Like, I would not even be surprised if it said on the paper that this nigga would eat her ass. Like, it is that bad. So they know they need to stop this booty warrior ass nigga. Okay, he wants that booty and he will get it. And obviously he traps everyone and his plan succeeds. He, you know, manages to single out Sumire on the rooftops, and I'm thinking, okay, so obviously you carried out your plan, now what are you gonna do? And that is where the show just gets dark. It's like, okay, you have her, what are you gonna do? And we can pretty much guess what he was gonna do. He was probably gonna, you know, just harass her sexually and all that kind of stuff, because his obsession was increased by the news. So we know this motherfucker was about to do his shit. He's about to cop a feel like here and there. We know this motherfucker ain't about to stop. So thing is, I feel really bad for Sumire because she is an orphan. Okay, if you do not know, she is an orphan, and that is already bad enough as it is, you know, to, you know, not know your parents, you know, being left or deserted by your parents. That is already bad as it is, and you have this stalker motherfucker trying to just, you know, just traumatize you. I think maybe this whole situation, right, if it was real life, this would have traumatized her and, you know, made her situation worse. So, you know, this episode is really dark if you take a really good look at it. So Magiri, obviously, you know, he smells up Sumire before he captured her, and then he starts being creepy, and Sumire is obviously in shock. But, you know, on the rooftops he said something really important, and he said, only Sumire can see me. So it's like, does she have a dojutsu? Or, you know, it's not really clear that she has a dojutsu. It's not really clear that she has a dojutsu, and maybe she's a sensory type. So if that is the case, why did she not help them, you know, take down Magiri? Maybe she was too much in shock, we don't know, but apparently Sumire is the only person who can see her, and at least that is what he said anyways. And, you know, we have a fight where he's invisible and he's attacking Shikadai and Boruto, and I really give props to Boruto and Shikadai for holding it down, because, you know, this guy's invisible and these people are dodging all kinds of bullshit, like all kinds of kunais and all these weaponry. And I think Sarada would have been a good candidate for this situation by using her Sharingan, but the thing is, she has not unlocked it yet. So, you know, at the moment she's just a regular person. And, you know, we have Chocho who talks to Magiri, and after a while he comes together and, you know, he, you know, materializes himself, so he becomes visible, and Chocho just uses chips to explain how love works and how, you know, you have to get to know the person and talk to them to see if you have something in common, and maybe the person might, you know, see something in you after you get to know them. And that is pretty much how love works, and I think that is what she should have said from the beginning, saying, you know, maybe I think instead of stalking her, you should try to talk to her, try to get to know her, see her likes and dislikes, and, you know, become the guy that she wants. Or maybe you can just, you know, pretend to be the guy that she wants and just play her. But yeah, anyways, you know, they come into terms, and obviously Magiri surrenders, and, you know, they take him to the hospital because apparently the chakra, you know, beast or whatever it is taking chakra, it's absorbing it. And the thing is that it has a motive. Okay, it has been said in the light novels that it has a motive. And the thing is that Naruto and the rest are investigating, and I think even though Boruto knows something, I think he should be telling Naruto that, you know, he knows something about the chakra beast, but for some reason he doesn't, and he keeps it secret. But I think the next episode, you know, he's gonna talk about his eye and about his Byakugan, and we already, if just check out my things you missed video, it just contains everything that is gonna happen in the next episode and so forth. You know, with that being said, that has been my review for now, and I don't think there are going to be any things you missed for this episode, because it was all just bitch ass Magiri. I don't think you want any things you missed about, you know, how to get pussy and all that kind of shit. So obviously check out my things you missed, my previous things you missed, and I will be responding to comments. That is my next video. Yes, I need to interact with my viewers, so I will be interacting with some of you people by answering your comments. So, you know, if you have any questions for me, just leave them in the comment section down below and I will answer them in the upcoming video. With that being said, I have nothing more to say. Bye.